All living organisms live for a certain period of time. Some live longer than others, but at the end, all the living organisms die. In order for any species to continue, it must produce young ones of its own kind. Reproduction is one of the fundamental attributes of a living organism through which it is able to produce more of its own kind. Through this process, new individuals are produced who grow and reproduce again. Reproduction helps 1. In the continuity of life, 2. In increasing the population of any species, 3. In the evolution of the most favorable variation over a period of time. Reproduction in living organisms takes place by two general methods, asexual and sexual. Asexual reproduction, the method of reproduction in which a single organism is able to reproduce one or more of its own kind by itself, is called asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction does not require gametes or sex cells, male and female. Only single parent is involved in this type of reproduction. The amoeba, yeast, hydra, etc. reproduce by method of asexual reproduction. Budding in hydra. Budding is asexual reproduction in which individual develops in the form of buds. The nucleus of parent, hydra, divides into two nuclei. One of the nuclei is pushed into bud like projection. After some time, the bud detaches itself from the parent's body and grows into full-size individual. Sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction is a type of reproduction in which two sexes, namely male and female, are involved. The male sexual unit in organism is known as male gamete or sperm, while the female sexual unit is termed as female gamete or ovum, egg. Male gametes are generally smaller and more active than female gametes. Such organisms are called unisexual. Cockroaches, frogs, fishes, birds, reptiles, and humans are unisexual. In some species, both types of gametes exist in the same individual. These organisms are called hermaphrodites or bisexual. For example, earthworms and leeches. In monocytes, the two individuals taking part in sexual reproduction are similar in shape and size. In malarial parasites, the two individuals are dissimilar. Fertilization. When the sperm from male partner and ovum from female partner fuse together, a new cell called zygote is formed. The process of fusion of the sperm and ovum egg is called fertilization of the egg. Fertilization takes place in two different ways called external fertilization and internal fertilization. External fertilization takes place outside the body of male and female individuals. They liberate their gametes in water. Examples are fish and frog. Internal fertilization takes place inside the female body. The male discharges gametes inside the female's body. Examples are human, cattle, cat, dogs, insects, birds, etc. Due to some medical problems, some women are unable to bear babies. In such cases, doctors fertilize the egg outside the body of mother. This is called in vitro fertilization. After few weeks, It is placed inside the mother's body and baby develops and born like a normal baby. Babies born through this technique are called test tube babies. The individuals which are born or hatched from the eggs continue to grow till they become adult. All animals look after their young ones till they are able to look after themselves and reproduce their own kind for continuity of life. This process of growth and development in the cyclic manner forms the life cycle. Reproductive system in human. Estrogen in female and testosterone in males are hormones which influence and develop reproductive system in human. After attaining sexual maturity in males at the age of 14 to 15 years and in females at the age of 11 to 12 years, the reproductive organs become functional. At the time of sexual maturity, some visible changes occur in the body of male and female. This stage is called puberty stage, and these changes are called secondary sexual characters. After development of these characters, a girl is able to become a mother and a boy is able to become a father. Secondary sexual characters in males. Depending of voice. Muscles development. 3. Growth of pubic hair and hair on face and other parts of body. Secondary sexual characters in females. 1. Enlargement of breast. 2. Development of hips. 3. Growth of pubic hair. 4. Voice becomes shrill. 5. Beginning of menstrual cycle. This cycle occurs after 28 to 30 days every month. Organs of the male reproductive system are: A. A pair of testes. It is placed in the scrotal sac which produce male gametes or sperms in very small number. B. Vas Deferens. It is a tube through which sperms leave the testes and reach penis. It is also called sperm duct. C. Penis. It is used for sperm's injection inside the body of the female. Organs of the female reproductive system are: A. A pair of ovaries situated in the abdominal cavity which produce eggs, ova. B. Oviducts, fallopian tubes, tubes which joins uterus and ovary. Eggs travel by ciliary action through these tubes. C. Uterus, womb. Development of fertilized eggs into fetus is done here. D. Vagina. The uterus opens to the outside by muscular tube called vagina. Fertilization in humans. In human, fertilization occurs in the body of the female. In the process, male releases male sex cells, sperms, into the body of the female oviduct, where ovum released by the ovaries gets fertilized by the sperm. The fertilized egg is called zygote. Zygote starts developing as embryo by splitting into two, the two parts into 4, 4 into 8, and so on, and develops into a baby before it comes out from the female body. The animals which produce young ones are called viviparous. In fish, frogs, reptiles, and birds, the embryo develops inside the eggs using yolk as food. These animals do not give birth to young ones. These animals lay eggs and are called oviparous. In mammals like humans, the embryo develops inside the mother's body. Mammals give birth to young ones. The sex of a child. Each human cell contains a nucleus which contains out of 23 pairs of chromosome. In human, 22 pairs are same in males and females, but the last pair, 23rd pair of chromosome, are different and called sex chromosome and are responsible for sex in human. In males, the sex chromosomes are X, Y, one X chromosome and one Y chromosome. In females, the sex chromosomes are of double X chromosomes. Half of the father's gamete, sperm, carry X chromosomes and other half carry Y chromosomes. All the mother's gamete carry only X chromosomes. When a sperm fertilizes an egg, the following is possible. 1. When a sperm carrying X chromosomes fertilizes an egg, the child will be female, XX. 2. When a sperm carrying Y chromosomes fertilizes an egg, the child will be male, XY. Thus, the sex of child depends on the type of sperm that fertilizes an ovum or egg. It is clear from this that the mother is never responsible for the sex of her child. The sex chromosomes of father, XY, are always responsible for the determination of the sex of a child, boy or girl. Population growth. Factors which are responsible for population growth in India are 1. Reduction of death rate. 2. Desire of sons. 3. Traditional faith, economic reasons and lack of education. Birth control. Number of family welfare centers have been established in India with following objectives. 1. Knowledge and advice on methods of birth control. 2. To control growth of population. Larger family affect us individually and the nation as a whole. With an increase in population, the resources of the earth are bound to deplete rapidly. With repeated pregnancy, health of the mother is affected. Child of large family do not get proper nutrition, education and attention from parents at home. Therefore, it is extremely important to keep the size of a family small and keep the body fit and healthy by doing physical exercises regularly like brisk walking and cycling in fresh air. Reproductive health. Proper nutrition, safe motherhood and healthy practices are necessary to maintain reproductive health. To be faithful to your partner, having safe sex and use condoms are few signs for protection against venereal diseases known as sexually transmitted diseases, STDs, like syphilis and gonorrhea, HIV/AIDS. Endocrine system. Animals and humans' body needs certain chemicals for proper growth and development. These chemicals are called hormones. The hormones are produced in organs called endocrine glands, which are ductless glands. Due to that, hormones are directly released into the blood stream. Very small quantities of hormones are required by the body for growth and development. For example, hormone adrenaline is secreted when you are angry or excited. The pancreas, which controls the sugar metabolism in the blood, is regulated by the insulin. Pituitary gland is located at the base of the brain. It regulates the activity of other endocrine glands, hence called master gland. The estrogen hormone is female sex hormone. The testosterone hormone is male sex hormone. Say no to drugs. During growing phase, adolescent period, sometimes you can't differentiate between right and wrong and get confused. If someone suggests you to take drug to avoid such confusion, you should say no to the drugs. Drugs act as stimulant, but their overuse leads to habit formation. If once taken, you will feel like taking them again and again, which shortens the life and can infect the person with many deadly diseases.